You won't believe how the factory screwed up Kerry's RV.
I can't use my RV and have not been able to do so since July of 2023.
Welcome to the channel. I'm Liz. I have been RVing since the 80s and I've been making videos about the RV industry, helping people especially who've had problems with their new RVs. These videos are working to pressure the RV makers to do the right thing, including flying techs out to make repairs, transporting the rig back to the factory, and even buying back defective RVs. Today, Kerry shares how she has not been able to use her RV for a year due to what only can be described as a boneheaded mistake at the factory. Wait till you see. By the way, I reached out to the RV manufacturer and I'll have their response later in the video.
This is my third camper. I purchased brand new June 8th of 22. I had had it a year when I discovered that I could not use my RV. My sister and I were at Cheyenne and I am getting ready to leave, and the slide out did not come back in after having been out for 4 days that we were there. It kind of bumped and stopped as it was going out and coming back in. I called the mobile tech. He couldn't fix it and basically told me the slide out issue was above his pay grade. I was told by people that were in the campground to push it back out and that it had come in. Well, I sent it back out. It came about halfway in, and then I sent it back out again, and I finally got it to come all the way in. I was able to get it home and went to slide it back out to clean it, and it would only go halfway out. And then it did come back in, but again, bumping and grinding, and it kind of felt like it was scratching something. So I did go underneath the slide out, and I could see where it was rubbing on the side of the slide out that's closest to the back end of the RV. In early August, I talked to Lazy Days RV in Loveland, which is where I purchased. They said that they could look at it in October and then decide whether it was a warranty issue or that I would need to get it replaced on my own dime. I called a mobile tech that has done work for me before, and he's amazing. He took a look, said it was above his pay grade, and then that's when I called Hefe's RV service. They were booked because of work and financial stuff. I was not able to get it up to Hefe's until May of this year. But during that time frame, I did contact Thor and kept being told the slide out is not structural, therefore not covered by the 12-year structural warranty offered by Thor. Hefe's looked at it and discovered that not only was the slide out not working properly, but there were some structural issues on the driver's side rear end.
A section of the body frame was cut to make room for the gas fill line, but they failed to weld that piece back in.
So they just cut it and they didn't even take it out. So that is causing the outward section of the coach to sag.
So it's not structurally sound.
Over time, the under-supported floor started sagging.
Center is touching and this drops down easily a quarter to almost a half inch. Again, you can see that it's touching, and you can see again that you've got a solid quarter inch there. On different levels it can be definitely quite a bit worse. You look all the way back there and you've got more like closer to a half inch gap. This wall is totally bowed and popping out. The bow here, I mean, again, that's just something that needs stapled, but you know, there's so much flex in this coach that's happening. Next, with the slide fully extended, you've got over a half inch of gap between that roller. Back roller, same thing, maybe even more. Completely rolls, you can fit a whole finger in there. So just shimming these is not gonna work. You can't just shim an inch on the rollers. That doesn't work. The floor has dropped at least a half inch to an inch. You know, there's just no way to go around that.
The rollers, you can see the space between where the rollers should be going out, and so they're in effect just rolling and spinning, not pushing anything out. He said, Kerry, you were lucky to get it. Working for a year, he said to me, it is poor workmanship that caused the RV to fail, and it should never have left the factory this way. The chassis has 5,000 miles on it. I probably took it on 5 trips, so it has not had a lot of use before it started to fail. I could not have damaged it in any way. I did have an RV inspector. The RV inspector would not have crawled underneath to look at the structural.
Actually, a good RV inspector would have caught it. They would have crawled under there and spotted this defect.
This was going to be something, it's going to be a big repair for the factory. They're going to have to take out all the tanks. They're going to have to, reshore up that floor, add new outriggers, whatever the case is, it's just going to be a big job.
I've reached out to Thor primarily through the salesperson that sold me the RV. He said he was taking it to the top. Evidently, it got to the top, and I did get an email from Thor who told me that they did not believe my slide out was structural, so therefore it is not covered under the warranty. This is after I sent pictures that show the structural issues. Have tried to go further up the ladder with Thor and am hitting a brick wall.
Get this, Thor does not include the slide as part of their 12-year structural warranty. They classify the slide as living space and not structural. But when you think about it, how could it not be structural? And in Kerry's case, of course, this is a body frame defect where the body frame has been cut out and now is unsupported. So it definitely sounds like it should be covered under the 12-year warranty.
In order to use this RV, the slide out has to be out so the Murphy bed comes down, and so that I can get from the main part of the RV, the living area, into the bathroom. When the slide out is in, I can't use my RV and have not been able to do so since July of 2023. I just feel really disappointed in the constant brick wall, the lack of attention, the lack of caring on the part of Thor. Not only have I not been able to use my RV, I can't get money back on all the reservations I had made in order to play this summer. I was going to take a 3-month-long ride around the country, visit my brother in North Carolina. I can't do that. Friends in Destin. I can't do that. Thor has done nothing. I took out a loan to purchase this. I'm still paying on that loan for an RV that I can't use. I paid $160,000 for an RV. It should not come from the factory with defects. Structural. There's been some cosmetic things that have happened. Just little minor things that brand new $160,000 RV should not have those issues. One of the best pieces of advice is that I got after my Class C, which was a disaster. I bought it used. I used an RV inspector to look at this. It's sort of like I'm a realtor, and when somebody buys new construction, I insist on them getting an inspection. So why would I not, on a brand new RV, do the same thing? What needs to be done to fix this, per Jeff, is to go back to the factory and have it repaired. I honestly don't trust them to repair it. My trust level with Thor is non-existent. I am considering seeking legal counsel. I am going to request a new RV because I bought it brand new. Those Class A's run about $160,000. With that kind of money, that should not happen. I feel like it should not be repaired, it should be replaced. I think if I had to do this all over again, I would do a lot more research. Thor manufactures a very poor product, crappy product. I'm not the only one that has experienced this. It makes me sad that there's so many people that want to RV, and so many of them are senior citizens that have had this dream of RV life, and I'm one of them. And all you do is fix it. All you do is have problems with it. I'm really disappointed when you buy, a car, you expect it to work right. When you buy an RV, the Ford F450 piece of my RV has worked great, very few problems there. But then the coach itself has been I won't say a nightmare, but pretty darn close.
I just got an email from Julie Delapaz. She is the VP of Customer Service at Thor. She says Thor is going to send a representative out to look at Kerry's unit next week. So that is good news, and I will definitely keep you posted. What do you think Thor should do for Kerry? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and share. You've been hearing me say a lot lately that now is probably not a good time to be buying a new RV, especially if it came out of Elkhart, Indiana. So I did a recent video about RV companies who are doing it right. You'll want to check that out if you're shopping new or even if you're shopping used. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.